So I just want to do a video today talking about how I managed to get 2 horrible big worms out of me, rope worms. And I did this using papaya seeds. And I've tried using papaya seeds for parasite cleanses before. And when I've used them before, I've had them maybe like just blended them with a little bit of water, like 2 tablespoons is the amount I usually use. And I blended them up in my blender with a little bit of water and tried to just down it. And this is just, I found this really horrible, and it kind of almost made me want to be sick. Like, it was quite, oh, it's just gross. So I've come up with a recipe where you can add them to the recipe, and it actually tastes quite nice and is a much more doable way of taking the papaya seeds. So basically the recipe is, it is a sauce for a salad. And what I do is, I've actually done this recipe before, so I'll put a link, I'll put a card up here, and I'll put a link in the description about the recipe. But basically it is papaya, like a whole large papaya, the 2 tablespoons of the seeds. You can add slightly more if you want to. I add about 3 sticks of celery and about 5 large pointed red peppers. I also add some garlic and cumin, and you can add a touch of cinnamon as well if you like. And what I recommend is, if you are adding the papaya seeds to do the parasite cleanse, you can just up the amount of kind of garlic and cumin and stuff that you use, just to kind of give it a bit more flavour coming through and not having the papaya seeds overpower it. And what this does in the sauce is actually brings like a pepperiness to it, so it's almost like peppercorns, as opposed to it being really disgusting when you're just chugging it with the water. And I found this a much more palatable way to do a parasite cleanse. And it actually kind of tastes quite nice. And there are also some other kind of parasite kind of busting foods that you can use. Like, some people use onions as a parasite cleanse, and also chili. And this is a recipe that you can add onions and chili to. So if you really want to like go for it, you can add those foods to the recipe too. Or even what I've done before is get some red onion and dice that all up and just sprinkle it on top of the salad, and that's quite nice. Or some spring onions, or you can add some chili to the sauce when you're blending it. So that's what I've done for it. I do want to say as well, don't use the papaya seeds if you are pregnant, because they can induce a miscarriage. So this is something to do when you're not pregnant and haven't got a chance of being pregnant. So yeah, so I've put the link in the description of the recipe, so you can actually have a proper look at it, and it's all written there. And yeah, I just pour that over. You can have cucumber noodles, you could have courgette, zucchini noodles, you could just have, like I have sometimes, I just dice up random bits of salad, dice up some courgette, chuck it all in a big bowl and pour the beautiful sauce on top, and just enjoy it like that. And what I did when I did this sauce is, I had this sauce, and then the next day I had done a coffee enema in the morning, and it was later that day that I actually passed 2 rope worms, and they were just on their own as well. No, there was no other, I didn't go to the toilet as well, it was just the rope worms. So I will show you now the, I'll show you now what they look like. So this is your warning, look away if you don't want to see them now. But yeah, here they are.